Are you a disciple of Jesus, or are you one of the crowd? That's the question that's been on my mind as I take a break from preparing my message for tomorrow's church on Matthew 5, verses 1 and 2. And these two verses are packed with revelation. It tells us that Jesus saw a great crowd, and then he went up a mountain, he sat down, his disciples came to him, and he began to teach. There's so much here that I can't share now, but Matthew says that Jesus went up a mountain. And there's a reason he says that. He wants us to think about Moses in the Old Testament going up the mountain to receive the Ten Commandments. He wants us to think this is just like that. Just as Moses went up the mountain, received the Ten Commandments, a revelation to guide the life of the community of Israel. So now Jesus is going up the mountain to give guidance, to guide the life of the community of believers in Jesus. He wants us to think about that. And there's some really important touch points here. As Jesus goes up the mountain, he sees a great crowd. But when he sits down on the mountain, his disciples came to him. In the Old Testament, as Moses went up the mountain, there was a very small group of them that went up, but the crowd remained behind. And what did they find when they returned? They found that the crowd that remained behind had created this golden calf, a false teaching that was going to lead the whole community astray. This is really analogous to what happens in the Christian church quite often. There's all these false teachings, all these things leading people astray. But who are the ones that went up the mountain? It says his disciples came to him. His disciples drew near to Jesus, and then he began to teach. He didn't just get on a podium and start preaching to the great crowd, but he went up the mountain, he got away, and it was those that drew near who were the true disciples. On a Sunday morning, we have a great crowd of people in church. But the question is, when all that is over, when we leave church for the week, are we those that draw near to Jesus, or are we just part of the crowd on a Sunday morning? And if, as I say this, you begin to realize that you are just part of the crowd and you're not really drawing near to Jesus, I want to encourage you. Ask Jesus today to change your heart, to give you a new spirit, and to give you that passion to draw near to him, not just as part of the crowd on a Sunday, but as part of your daily living.